Today, every little piece of the globe can be the center of the world. Today, every country can be part of a global international network. Today, everyone can be a traveler. If we are fortunate enough, we even have a chance to be tourists. Tourists and the paths they take, each and every one of them affect or preserve the environment they enter. What kind of responsibility do we feel as we travel to these parts of the globe? How much responsibility did you feel when you came to Slovenia? Ladies and gentlemen, you have come to one of the safest countries in the world. I believe that one of the reasons behind this is Slovenia's deep attachment to its natural assets and greenness. They improve the quality of life for people who call Slovenia their home, and quality of life is one of the most important factors of safety. By focusing on preservation of green spaces and other natural features, tourism helps to preserve natural resources. And as we know, country-owned resources drive economies and create jobs, such as in tourism. Dear colleagues, you have come to a country which has a strong commitment to sustainable tourism. I feel that this commitment is what makes Slovenia healthy in the broadest sense of the word. Sustainable tourism, among other factors, encourages Slovenia to retain its cultural and local authenticity. The main focus of tourism development in Slovenia is to enhance social and economic benefits through careful consideration of all stakeholders. This ethos secures Slovenia's place among Europe's most environmentally rich and top biodiversity destinations. Dear travelers, you have come to a country which endeavors to preserve the best of what it has inherited. Without bees, there are no harvests. Without plans, there are no correct actions. Without actions, there is no identity. The promotion of Slovenian tourism is driven by thoughtful consideration of our role in the world and the impact that we have on the lives of people around us and on the global environment rather than just in our backyard. We are developing selfness, but our focus is also on mindfulness. We do this actively, thoughtfully, with love. This is the core of our identity. With love in our hearts, we warmly welcome you to explore this unique display of Europe's diverse landscape. We are delighted to be your hosts in the Alps, on the Mediterranean coast, on the Pannonian Plains, in the karst, between forests and waters, and between fields and caves. We appreciate how fortunate we are to be able to take you in just over an hour from Bled, almost at the foot of Triglav, Slovenia's highest mountain, to the shores of the Adriatic and to Piran, with the northernmost working salt pans in the Mediterranean region. Half an hour's drive and you are on the karst, visiting a cave which is a World Heritage Site, just like Idrija, a small town with an inspirational mercury mine museum and the remains of prehistoric timber-piled dwellings in the marshes which flank Slovenia's capital, Ljubljana, this year's European Green Capital. Slovenia's natural features are a heritage for the entire world. Slovenia's green nature is a display of the Earth's opulence. Slovenia is a responsible manager of its wealth. We are aware how lucky we are to live in an area which abounds in health-giving waters. These geothermal springs are beneficial to the health and well-being of guests at Slovenian spas and for the inhabitants of spa resorts, providing them employment and other opportunities that positively affect the quality of life. However, we may not fully appreciate the fact that Slovenia has preserved its clean drinking water for all its inhabitants and for their guests too. Ensuring fair access to natural resources is a vital factor in peace. No natural resource is more important than water. In Slovenia, locally sourced water of different tastes but equally healthy and safe for drinking will be served to enjoy with your food. Pleasure is a common word in tourism, and it is a fact that there are 170 traditional Slovenian dishes and wines from 3 wine growing regions guaranteed to satisfy the most demanding guests. In the context of safeguarding the future, however, Slovenia's commitment to locally sourced food is even more noteworthy. A country which can feed itself and its guests is safer. People who preserve their local culinary tradition, and Slovenes also do so for the sake of the tourism, are better equipped for the future. In the past, Slovenia was often described as a small country. In the 25 years since independence, we have gradually realized that we are only small if our world is small, and we are great when we become aware of our connection to the earth. Inspired by nature, Slovenes keep persistently pushing boundaries not only in sport, where the ambassadors of Slovenia are winning victory after victory, but also in science, business, and cutting-edge technologies. When a person's achievement is a source of national pride and a focus of global attention, bold visions can become a reality. Dear all, we have gathered here in Bled to share the vision of sustainable tourism as a factor that can help us make the world a safer place. In the light of this shared responsibility, I invite you to enjoy the green and safe tourist destination that Slovenia is. And at the same time, I hope you will embrace the concept that as a little part of this globe that can today be the center of the world. After all, everything is connected. Our safety here, with security issues elsewhere in the world, our greenness with both poverty and prosperity, our sustainability with demands for economic growth, our openness with the threat of more borders, our vision of safety with vision of green, all embracing sustainable tourism. It is true that even at its best, tourism is not always and not only beautiful. Nevertheless, with full awareness of its global role, tourism can be a source of inspiration which can help to preserve the best of what this world holds. Let's make it happen.